welcome to the middle of nowhere. Well, I'm gonna hop off the main trail. What a lookout! You can see how it might be easy to get lost. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the middle of nowhere, otherwise known as Mishor Amiaz. We have gotten to about as far as I'm willing to drive because I don't have a four-wheel vehicle and I don't feel like destroying my tires or the axle on my car. So, let's get to journeying right through the heart of the desert in a beautiful plateau above the southern end of the Dead Sea, and let's see what we can find. Stay with us. So let's get a little panorama of where we are. There are a couple of really bad roads going up there, but we are on a plateau above the Dead Sea, and well, I'm not hurting my car anymore. So, we're going to head out from here on out on foot and explore. So, we're going to head along here, along the road, and yes, this is actually a road that leads to a lookout. And if you got the four-wheel drive vehicle for it, you can pull it off. I'm going to kind of hike my way up there. Where we are right now is actually very famous for its wildlife, and if we were to come at dusk or during night, you would see some amazing wildlife. I'm not sticking around for that. Maybe one day. But, you know. Oh, by the way, speaking of four-wheel drive vehicles, if people would subscribe, and like and do all that stuff, maybe one day I could afford one. Just saying. Check out this gorgeous landscape. Look at that. You think you're on the moon, but you're not. It's incredible. And you can see for a really long ways. Let me just panoramic style this guy. Absolutely incredible. Check it out. This is no joke. This is one heck of an incline, all right? My big butt is gasping. Well, okay, only a little. Not too much. I'm not that bad out of shape. Okay, I'm still in the gym lifting weights. I'm not that out of shape, but, still. We're sucking some air. It's not like, the end of practice back in the good old days, but, now we're getting that outdoor fitness, making my fat butt move. This is the good stuff, baby. This is what it's all about. Pushing yourself. Let's go. So I'm going to hop off the main trail and kind of follow through this little ravine in through the cliffs a little bit. And I just want to give you guys a little look at nature untouched. Get a little nice view. I know it certainly looks a lot like there's nothing going on, but I can assure you, I don't even know what that dead thing is. There is stuff going on. We're just going to take a little climb over here and see what we can see. The earth is like kind of clayish. Some really cool stuff. Let's just climb up top for a second and see what we can see before going back down to the main trail. Oh, wow. Look at that. Don't mind me almost slipping off. Look at that bad boy. You can see all over. That's pretty nice, huh? Pretty spectacular views of Tatooine. Just kidding. But in reality, this is what it's all about right here. This is what it's all about. Check it out. As you can see, little ravines form when it rains. All right, and it creates nice little streams that, by the way, you do not want to get caught in the middle of, or you will be swept up. But that is your geology lesson for the day. All from a fat guy on a hike. What is going on? So we've gotten ourselves to the path successfully by foot because there's no way the car was going to make it. Now, let's head down this narrow valley of stones. Should be totally awesome. Very important always look back at where you're coming from, because if you don't, well, you might get lost, and that's bad. So, it's about to get pretty steep. How many of you think that I can get my big butt up there? I sure hope I can, but, well, actually, I probably will. But still, it looks really, really steep. Well, I was huffing and puffing, but I had to take you guys along for this. Sometimes there's no easy way of doing this. And I'm probably at a good, I don't know, 70-degree angle doing this. This is wild, but it's okay. By the way, check out this really cool rock. Starting to get a little bit of salt action around here. And look, totally worth it. Look how ridiculously awesome and just badass this is. Wow, what a lookout. Check that out. Friggin' beautiful. You guys ever seen anything like it? No. That's what I thought. And look, I can walk more. Still, crazy view. Crazy view. Gorgeous. Oh, that was a wild view, huh? That was crazy. We're going to keep working our way through the desert a little bit, but like, wow. And by the way, as I kind of survey around here, I think to myself, maybe I'm a little crazy, but maybe not. Because this is really like, this is what freedom feels like. You're really free out here. There's no sound. It's just silence. And it is stunning. So, as we're kind of looking around, you can see how it might be easy to get lost around here. And one of the things that I've noticed is that the longer that I do this, and the more that I'm outside, the more a natural sense of direction and the more a natural sense of, oh, go here kind of kicks in. And that's why we as men don't need maps. So, important pro note. The reason that I'm able to do this particular jaunt right now is because it's the middle of December, or maybe late December. I guess it is late December. Yeah, late December. I could never do this in the summer, even spring or fall. It would be hot in hell. 50 gajillion degrees. Now, it's a very pleasant temperature. And that's why you can do stuff like this now. Everything you do outdoors depends on the season. So, as you can tell by the huffing and puffing, I had a spot that I had to get to for the view. And I'm not going to lie, was a little slippery with the sand going up here. I might have pulled a groin. I might not have. Well, I don't think I did. But it's a definite possibility going back the other way. But still, totally worth it to catch the view. Absolutely freaking spectacular, right? That's what it's all about. So, little pro tip, if you can call me a pro. In order to avoid getting lost, one of the things you can use to your advantage is the place of the sun in the sky. All right, right now I'm facing towards the sun at about 2 in the afternoon in the winter, so I'm facing west. So that means behind me is east, to my right is north, and to my left is south. And were I to be getting lost, I would use those directions to find my way, probably to move back towards the Dead Sea, because that would take me to a main road. But I'm not lost. But it is useful knowledge. It's great knowledge. All right, you can keep that one, pop it in your brain, zip it in the box, and lock it up. Let's keep moving. Will you look what we got here? We got ourselves some paw prints. Hey, that looks like it belongs to a little buddy fox. Oh, I don't know how fresh they are, but it'd be cool to see one. Sand doesn't lie, baby. Keep a lookout, and you don't know what you'll find. Well, that about wraps up this journey. Amazing getting through the desert. It's getting a little late, and I want to start heading back before it gets dark. And by the way, as you can clearly see I am wearing my University of Arizona basketball shirt because this is not the only desert I ever wandered around in. That's right. Once upon a time, I got to go through the Sonora. Oh, and the University of Arizona basketball team is doing really well. Bear down. Beyond that, man, listen, it's all about getting outside. Like, look at this. All right, the serenity level here is off the charts. I have nothing else to say. It's just, this is what being happy looks like. So, if you haven't already, please click like and subscribe so that eventually I'll be able to afford a four-wheel vehicle and be able to do way more super badass stuff. Oh, and because you enjoy it, you enjoy me. We'll see you next time.